The advent of AI changes everything. And one of the primary fundamental things that the advent of AI changes is the nature of education. The definition of education has changed. And the definition of education is now learn how to use ChatGPT. Now, just think about this. When the calculator first came out, I remember when I was in grade school, and I know the calculator had already been around for a long time, but the education system in America just did not get it. I was so confused. I remember being in junior high school and realizing we could do this stuff on the calculator so easily, but the teachers were like, no, you cannot use your calculators. What are you going to do? You're going to carry a calculator around everywhere with you? And the answer was yes. If you have a phone, you got a calculator. You know what I mean? It's like we are carrying around calculators with us everywhere. At the end of the day, we did not need to learn our times tables. What if the education system in America would have thought differently about math with the advent of the calculator? What if they would have thought, you know what? The definition of mathematical education now is become an expert at using the calculator. And what if math classes were about going deep into the use of the calculator? The problem, I feel like the calculator is a technology that was never fully utilized. I mean, yes, if you go into higher math like, trigonometry or pre-calculus or whatever, there are certain things that they teach you how to use the calculator to use. To do. But what if from the very beginning of mathematics, the calculator was a tool that was used to dramatically propel math students into deeper and deeper and deeper, higher and higher levels of mathematics by using this tool that could do the computations for them? We haven't figured out that the purpose of technology is to compute for us so that we don't have to do computations by rote. And the longer we resist that, the more we hinder ourselves. We could have gone deeper and deeper and deeper had we not been hindered by our ability to figure things out in our head. Well, it's like that with AI, right? School systems across the country are already saying, we're banning ChatGPT. You cannot use it for school. Students are not allowed to use it. We're banning it, blah, 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 which I think is absolutely ridiculous. What you're really doing is you're hindering the students. Why not have students learn how to use AI properly, right? Now, at the same time, I will say people are using AI, and specifically ChatGPT. People are using it wrong. What do I mean by wrong? What I mean is when you go to ChatGPT and say, could you please write me a blog article on this subject? And then boom, it spits out a blog article. Could you please write me an essay on this subject? And then boom, it spits out an essay. And then you copy and paste that onto your blog. I think that's the dumbest use of AI. And I feel like that's going to be completely worthless. And the reason why that's going to be worthless is because anything that anyone can use AI to do is not going to be valuable to anyone. If anyone can get that same result by putting in that same prompt, then it's not going to be valuable. It's going to get to the point where you're going to be able to read something and go, yeah, AI wrote that. It lacks a real thesis, a real point, a unique perspective from a unique human being. I think the better use of AI is to converse about your own ideas. So I had an idea, and I was actually writing an intro to technical analysis. I was creating this course for a company that hired me as a consultant to do TA for them. And they're in the commodities market, a particular aspect of the commodities market. And so I was creating for their finance team an intro course to technical analysis. And so I'm conversing with ChatGPT about it. I'm not asking ChatGPT, create an intro course on technical analysis for me. Yeah, it could do that, but there's nothing unique about that. So I asked it, I said, I've got this, I'm reflecting on the distinction between fundamental analysis and technical analysis. And I have this idea, and I put the idea and I said, it seems to me that an over-reliance on fundamental analysis, I can't even remember what the point was, but I put it in and I said, please evaluate that idea. And then ChatGPT responded and said, that's not quite fair. And then it gave me a deeper nuance on the idea. And then I said, well, would this be more correct? And it said, yeah, that's more correct. And then I came up with a metaphor and said, so this metaphor seems to be true. Does this work? And it was like, yeah, that's a brilliant metaphor. And I said, okay, so here's my idea, expanded into a paragraph. Here's my one sentence idea. And it took my idea and my metaphor and expanded it into 4 sentences. I took that and I put it in. It's still my idea. I thought of it. In other words, I did not delegate my creativity to ChatGPT. I'm not asking ChatGPT to come up with ideas for me. I delegated the editing to ChatGPT. And what I found was that preserves my uniqueness as a human being. I'm not losing my voice to the AI. The AI is sharpening my voice, strengthening my voice, critiquing my ideas for me before I put them out there, editing my grammar so that I'm not embarrassed. I feel like that is one of the most powerful uses of AI. If you have not gotten started with ChatGPT, I've got a 10-day challenge that will change your life. My 10-day challenge will teach you how to leverage the sophisticated abilities of ChatGPT in uniquely personal ways to amplify your productivity, creativity, and overall quality of life. So I want you to join me for this 10-day challenge. I guarantee you that this 10 days will change your life.